After making a first thoughts video for the console Sims 3, I thought maybe I should make one for the handheld. I have played 3 handheld Sims games. I'm aware that there are more. Unlike the Sims console games, where I have actually not only played every Sims console game, but I also own every Sims console game. All right. What do I say here? First off, I'll tell you the ones I do have. I have the Urbz for the DS, The Sims 2 for the DS, and The Sims 2 for the PSP. Now, I'm not going to say much about the PSP version because I am aware that there is no PSP Sims 3 version coming out. However, I think there is a 3DS version coming out, and if the 3DS is what we think it is, it'll resemble the PSP version. Out of the 3, I would say that The Sims 2 for the DS was probably my favorite. Reason why is the Urbz had something about it I really enjoyed. They had direct control. It was the first Sims game to actually utilize that. But other than that, it was nothing special. It was okay. It was pretty good for its time, but it's nothing special. It's okay to go back and play every once in a while. The Sims 2 for the DS was fantastic, except for the fact that it used real time, which was just annoying. Because unless you skipped ahead on your DS clock, you had to wait around forever just for things to get done. Okay, let me put this right. You come into town, Strange Town, where the Sims 2 is supposed to take place. It's just called Strangeville in the console version for some reason. Anyway, your car breaks down, and you go into the hotel. The hotel manager ran away like a couple days ago, yada, yada, yada. The mayor appoints you as the new hotel manager. Basically, you have a lazy concierge who won't do anything but sit behind his desk. And to tell the truth, it's probably... I've beaten it twice, and there are 2 missions that are hard, and the rest of them are just ridiculously easy. But the only reason it takes time is, like I said, it takes real time. Like, you build more rooms in your hotel, it takes 8 hours. It literally takes 8 real hours just to get that room built. So basically what the game was built, on was the principle that you were going to pick it up and play it for 5 minutes, put it down, save, put it down, come back to it the next day, and, continue for 5 minutes. Once you're done there, put it down, go do something else, come back the next day. The only way to really make money was just, get things, check guests in your hotel, and they would stay for like 3 or 4 days at a time. You could also gamble, but you couldn't lose any money, but you could only make $250 at most. Anyway, other than the fact that it was real time, it was pretty good. That was annoying. The PSP version was really funny. It was like a horror movie spoof, because it had all of the horror movie elements, but it just made fun of everything that horror movies stand for. Now, for the Sims 3 for the console, I remember I told you I heard that they want to make it more like the PC version, which is good and bad, because, that would be cool if you can drive cars around the neighborhood, especially if it's direct control, which I'm sure they won't, but as long as they direct control the Sims, it's okay. But there are a lot of aspects like aging and death and, going back and playing, going back and to that family you were just playing, and now all of a sudden they're doing things you didn't want them to do. That's just annoying. But, yeah, anyway. I also heard the 360 version and PS3, they both require internet connections. And I'm not too happy about that. I might have to get the Wii version, but we'll see in the later months. But anyway, on to what I want to see for the DS version is, this is probably the biggest complaint I'm going to have. Do not copy the PC version on the DS. Otherwise, you guys have just reached a new level of stupidity. It's one thing to try copy the console, the PC version on the console, because I mean, I don't know how you don't realize this, but you're going to fail at it miserably. But you know, at least it was worth a shot, because I can pretty much already tell you that's going to fail. But I mean, not completely, but it's going to do. It's not going to be the PC version. I mean, they're going to realize that was a bad idea. But do not copy the PC version for the DS. Otherwise, you are just too full of yourselves. The DS cannot handle that kind of thing. And you remember how I said I wanted a story and free play for the console versions? Well, I only want a story mode for the DS. I mean, because especially in the handheld versions, free play and story mode really mix in with each other. You can do both. I mean, you can only have one sim, which is fine, but I mean, that would be kind of cool if you could connect your DSs together and, play together. But, play with your Sims together in the same house. That would be kind of cool. But, the 3DS version, I don't know, go over. I mean, that can handle a little bit more, but I have no idea what 3DS is going to do. So I'll once I see what the 3DS can do, I mean, it's probably going to be too late to have first thoughts on The Sims 3 for the 3DS, but I'll explain that. But anyway, yeah, put a decent story in there, make it funny, make it family friendly, because that's what the handheld Sims games are good at. Good, clean fun, except for the PSP version. Make it fun. I mean, add what you usually do. Add a really creative, wacky cast of characters, and you'll be fine. The Sims 2 for the DS got like an 8.2 out of 10. That's pretty good. I mean, and The Sims 2 for the GameCube got an 8.4 out of 10. So, I mean, I know that the console version isn't going to get as good reviews as the PC version, but don't mess it up. I mean, I understand that, you want to make it more like the PC version, the more successful version, because, your old ideas are failing. But they can be easily fixed. They're just control issues. But, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Those are my first thoughts.